It's the biggest fish on the planet. It's bigger than a giant megalodon. And this is a monster that lives in total darkness at a depth of 1575 meters. And finally, a real alien hiding in the ocean. We'll tell you all about it in this issue. The Underwater World. Beautiful, isn't it? Its inhabitants are amazingly diverse. There are well-known fish, a variety of mollusks, giants, and those who live in total darkness at the very depths of the ocean. But today, we will tell not about them, but about the most famous predator of the ocean. Shark is the main character of many horror movies. At the moment, more than 500 species of sharks are known. From the deep-sea, shallow shark length of only 17 centimeters to the whale shark, the largest fish on Earth. Its length reaches 20 meters. At the moment, no one can say when the first sharks appeared. Now on Earth, there are about 14 million species of living organisms, and extinct in the history of the Earth, more than 500 million. How many of these extinct species were sharks? Never, and no one can find out. The oldest finds of sharks are 440 million years old. In those days, in place of the current mountains, forests and steppes, there were vast oceans. Ancient ancestors of the shark were mostly not distinguished by their large size, especially against the background of the main inhabitants of those times, the dinosaurs. But about 20 million years ago, there was a shark, about which legends are still going on. The largest shark, and one of the largest underwater predators in the history of our planet, Megalodon. Many people think that Megalodon is the ancestor of the modern white shark, but this is not true. They have different ancestors. Studies of fossil remains show that this shark was gigantic in size. According to different data, the predator reached a length of up to 20 meters and have a maximum weight of 30 to 40 tons. Earlier, we mentioned the whale shark, which figures are not inferior to the Megalodon, but this is not quite true. On average, whale sharks have a length of 10 meters and weigh 10, 15 tons, and 20-meter individuals are rather isolated cases and exceptions to the rules, while the average size of Megalodon reached 20 meters. The exact size of Megalodon scientists do not know, but many suggest that among sharks, there were superspecies that were even bigger. Its size is a subject of constant dispute among scientists. In fact, it is impossible to determine their exact size. Sharks do not have a bony skeleton. It forms cartilage, which is completely destroyed after the death of predators. All that remains of Megalodon's colossal-sized teeth. Some scientists do not exclude that the size of some individuals could be simply colossal, but there are also many statements that the Megalodon was not that big. As I said, people argue about this all the time. A predator at the top of the food chain. Megalodon was rightly king of the aquatic world. The bite force of the largest megalodons probably reached 11 tons and could easily open the ribcage of a small whale. For a long time, the Megalodon reigned supreme in the underwater world and was unrivaled. But even he couldn't beat evolution. It died out 3 million years ago. The reason for the extinction, according to biologists, was increased competition with other predators. Although earlier it was believed that this was due to climate change, which affected not only megalodons, but also small mammals that served as one of the main sources of food for sharks. Today, the whale shark has taken over as the largest cartilaginous fish, and the great white shark has moved to the top of the food chain. The great white shark got its name in 1873 and has been called the death fish. For the year 2023, statistics show 47 attacks on humans, 7 of which were fatal. These figures frighten many tourists who decided to relax somewhere on the beaches of Florida. But there is one curious fact. The shark very rarely attacks a person, and if it does not try to kill him. To hear this is quite surprising, after saying that the white shark was called a death fish. In fact, the shark does not try to bite off the limbs of people as it is shown in a huge number of movies. If such a terrible situation occurred, the shark first try out the victim, and in many cases will get away from the man, as human meat sharks do not like. For sharks, a person is just a bag of bones with little meat. But this does not cancel the fact that sharks are very aggressive and unpredictable. Great white shark appearance is very similar to the previously mentioned Megalodon. Large elongated head and a huge mouth with 5 rows of teeth, the number of which reaches 300 pieces. The shark's eyes are so sensitive that it can see its prey in complete darkness. An equally sensitive organ is the shark's lateral line, which picks up the slightest signals at a distance of hundreds of meters. The basis of the diet of this predator is seals, dolphins, small varieties of whales and other marine animals. Thanks to nutritious food shark maintains at the proper level of its physical capabilities, such food allows you to quickly heat up muscle mass, providing the shark not bad physical data. The shark uses not only physical strength, but also mental ability. For example, when hunting dolphins, shark is in ambush and attacks from behind, so that the dolphin does not have time to use its echolocation. The main rival of sharks are the killer whales. This is who can really compete for the title of the main predator of the ocean. Orcas are much larger than the great white shark and are quite capable of overpowering it. Orcas are superior to white sharks in their mental abilities and more organized, and they can easily cope with this predator. And here's the biggest fish on the planet. The whale shark, like the great white shark, is a predator, but it is not bloodthirsty. The way it eats is more like a cetacean. Its mouth is as big as a whale's. In such a large mouth, teeth are very small, only 1.5 centimeters, but the number of these teeth in the mouth is amazing. This huge mouth has 15,000 teeth designed to eat a huge amount of small fish. And this is the frilled shark, an amazing species of shark. In addition to its appearance, its amazing qualities include the ability to curve like an eel or a snake. What about the goblin shark? A real alien. That's what they're really called. It's a deep-sea species. The shark prefers to have at least 250 meters of water above its head. Sometimes it swims much deeper, up to 1,500 meters. There are many more things we would like to tell you about, but in one video cannot do it. So if you want to see the continuation, put a like and write about it in the comments. Subscribe to the channel to videos come out more often, and click on the bell to watch the video first.